Jeff's Superscript is brought to you by Black Cat Comics and Collectibles. In my opinion, the best comic shop and clubhouse on the internet. Make sure to follow them at Black Cat Burbank on Instagram and ask them about their Stray Cats Club for special perks. Hi, I'm Jeff, and welcome to another one of my videos where I take a look at all the new comic books hitting Final Order Cutoff this upcoming Sunday, July 25th, 2021. Now, as I mentioned last week, I'm only mentioning one date right now because I did hear a rumor that all FOCs were going to get moved to Sunday for all distributors. I still do not have confirmation of that change. Previews World still shows FOC date as the 26th. That being said, I am still calling Final Order Cutoff Sunday, July the 25th, because I think it's just probably better for all concerned, as a consumer, as a shop owner, that everybody turn in their FOCs all at the same time and early in the worst case scenario. In addition, the other piece of news that I want to mention in this video is that this is going to be the last Final Order Cutoff video that I am going to make. My viewership for this video has always been low, and it's starting to drop off even. So I've decided that it's too much time and too much effort for the 18 views that I got last week. So I'm going to stop doing this video. I'll take this opportunity to thank the 18 of you or more that have watched this video week after week. Your support really does mean a lot to me. I hope that you got value out of this video. Do not stop doing Final Order Cutoff research. Once again, the links to Previews World and Lunar Distribution are down below in the comments. Copy and paste those links, save them for yourself. Every Tuesday morning I get up and the first thing I do is I look over Final Order Cutoff list to see what I want to add to my pull. I highly recommend that you make it a part of your comic book routine each week. All right, enough of all of the preamble. Let's go ahead and jump into the 6 books that I want to mention this week that I want to kind of feature that have the most interest to me on the Final Order Cutoff list. Once again, there's lots of other great books this week, especially this week in particular, so I definitely recommend that once again you take advantage of the links down below in the comments, in the description, and do the research for yourself and look over the entire list. All right, let's start off this week by taking a look at a new book. I think they're all new books this week. The first book I want to mention is a book called Echolands. Issue number 1 from Image Comics. Here's the description. A major Image Comics 2021 event. The story of Earth's last war starts with Hope's sticky fingers. The multiple award-winning Batwoman team J.H. Williams III and W. Hayden Blackman reunite for an all-new ongoing series. They're joined once again by colorist supreme Dave Stewart and master letterer Todd Klein. In a bizarre future world that has forgotten its history, a reckless thief, Hope Red Hood, holds the key to excavating its dark, strange past. If only she and her crew can escape a tyrannical wizard and his unstoppable daughter. But fate will send them all on a path leading to a war between worlds. Echolands is a landscape format mythic fiction epic where anything is possible. A fast-paced genre mashup adventure that combines everything from horror movie vampires to classic mobsters and cyborg elves to Roman demigods and retro rocket ships. It's going to be a hell of a ride. Each issue of this series will offer a raw cut edition featuring the art from J.H. Williams III as it looked leaving his work studio. Okay, so I'm not going to say much on this book because that description was plenty long enough. But what I will point out is that this is in a landscape format. Instead of in a book format like we're used to reading our comic books, it will be landscape format. And so you'll read it like this. Sounds fun, sounds interesting, might sound a little awkward as well, but could be worth checking out, might be something cool. The next book that I want to point out to you is King Spawn, issue number 1 from Image Comics. Here's the description. A historical, new, ongoing Spawn series begins. The launch of this book, nearly 3 decades in the making, further expands the Spawn universe with a growing presence in hell, heaven, and heroes here on Earth. A classic villain from Spawn's past has begun asserting his powers on Earth by corrupting as many souls as possible, and only Spawn knows that he even exists. Continuing the dramatic battles from Spawn's Universe #1, this is where it all begins. Don't miss out. The last time a new ongoing Spawn series launched, it was in 1992. So once again, everything you need to know was in this description right here. It is the first new ongoing Spawn series since 1992. If you're a Spawn fan, you're going to be all over this. If you were looking to become a Spawn fan, you might want to consider checking this out, as well as the other ongoings that are going to be popping up soon. And if you don't care about Spawn at all, you're not going to care about this book either. But Spawn is a legend. Spawn is been around for a long time, will be around for a long time. So Spawn deserves some respect. The next book I want to mention to you is Killer Queens, issue #1 of a 4-issue limited series from Dark Horse Comics. You're going to understand why I started giggling right away in just a moment. Here's the description. Meet Max and Alex, reformed intergalactic assassins for hire, on the run. Also, super gay. Their former boss, a fluffy monkey with a jetpack, is hot on their tail to take back his stolen ship. They gotta eat, so they take a mission from Alex's old flame. Your standard no-kill, casualty-free kidnapping recovery from a nearby moon. Only complication? Half the moon is ruled by a fascist dictator hostile to foreigners. They're the Killer Queens. So, what could possibly go wrong? Join rising star David M. Booher and an all-LGBTQ creative team as they tackle issues of love, xenophobia, and the terror of fascist dictatorships in this hilarious sci-fi epic. All right, once again, it's all in this description. If you're looking for a hilarious sci-fi epic, this is a book for you. If you are gay or gay friendly and you just want apparently a lot of gay in your comic book, this is also another book for you. So it looks like it could be fun. It looks like it could be entertaining. It's not going to be for everybody, but just in case it's for you, I wanted to make sure to mention it in this week's video. The next book that I want to mention is Kang, the Conqueror, issue #1 of a 5-issue limited series from Marvel Comics. Here's the description. The origin of Kang. The man called Kang the Conqueror has been a pharaoh, a villain, a warlord of the spaceways, and even on rare occasions, a hero. Across all timelines, one fact seemed absolute. Time means nothing to Kang the Conqueror. But the truth is more complex. Kang is caught in an endless cycle of creation and destruction dictated by time and previously unseen by any but the Conqueror himself. A cycle that could finally explain the enigma that is Kang. And a cycle that begins and ends with an old and broken Kang sending his younger self down a dark path. Okay. I don't know much about Kang the Conqueror. I don't know that I've ever read a comic book where Kang the Conqueror... Oh, that's not true. There was the Symbiote Spider-Man series that came out recently that Kang was in, and he kind of helped out the good guys with a problem that he had, I guess, his own interest in. Regardless, I just don't know much about this character. But I have been watching Loki. Now, I don't want to give anything away because I like to be as spoiler-free as possible. But what I will say is that it's no secret that Kang was going to be coming into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And soft spoiler, Loki has essentially confirmed that and kind of sort of set up what Kang's involvement in the MCU might seem like. It's going to be a big deal. Kang is going to be, I think I heard that from a business standpoint, from a behind the scenes standpoint, he's going to be he is signed for multiple movies. Many, many, many. So Kang is going to be a big deal in the MCU moving forward. By the way, if you haven't seen Loki, you should see it. It is really, really, it turned out to be really great. So considering the fact that Kang is going to be a big deal in the MCU, it is no surprise that they made a Kang the Conqueror miniseries in comic book form. So if you're looking to learn more about this character, which I'm sure a lot of people are, this is essentially the origin of Kang. So you're going to get a lot of, I think, valuable backstory on this character as prep for his involvement in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The next book that I want to mention is a book called X-Men, Trial of Magneto, issue number 1 of a 5-issue limited series. Here's the description from Marvel Comics. The story that will shake Krakoa to its core. A horrific murder. A shocking revelation. A trial that will divide the new mutant nation. Leah Williams and Valerio Schiti bring you a new epic that threatens the reign of X and will upend the world of mutants. The truth is hidden, the danger is far from over, and the trial has begun. If you watched my last week's Just One Book video, I started off that video by talking about my thoughts about the new X-Men issue number 1 that came out recently, and about how there needed to be a reckoning in the mutant universe of Marvel Comics. Maybe it's going to take place in the trial of Magneto. It does say that this will threaten the reign of X and will upend the world of mutants. That is exactly what the world of mutants need. They need to be upended because they are way too comfortable in their current situation in the galaxy. Let's even just put it that way. So will this be where that reckoning takes place? I hope so, because for me, it can't come soon enough. But I can't guarantee that the trial of Magneto is where the reckoning for all mutants is going to come from. But it's one to keep an eye on, because story-wise, there needs to be a reckoning. And it is kind of implying that something along those lines might be happening in this title. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. And then finally, this is kind of a random one. I want to mention a new book called Dancing with the Dragon. This is issue number 1 from Scout Comics. Here's the description. Connor O'Sullivan is a hapless limo driver on the run from the Triads. It probably wasn't the best idea to take over his dead customer's shady business. However, for a poor Irish immigrant trying to provide a better life for his girlfriend, it seemed too good to pass up. After some initial success, Connor thinks this is his ticket to living the American dream. But he's just been dancing with the dragon. And the title worked in. It's always nice when they do that. Listen, this one, does it sound super exciting? No. Does it sound like it could be an interesting story? Yes. So if you're looking for just like pure story, you're not necessarily interested in a superhero, you're not necessarily interested in a horror comic, which so many comic books fall into one or both of those categories. If you're looking for something that's just a story about an Irish immigrant trying to provide a better life for his girlfriend, this might be a book that you consider picking up this week. Okay, everybody, that's it. That is the 6 books that I wanted to shine a spotlight on for this week's Final Order Cutoff video, my last one that I'm going to do. Once again, Final Order Cutoff is Sunday, we're calling it, July 25th, 2021. One final time, I want to thank all of you who have been watching this Final Cutoff video. I really, really, really do appreciate it. And I really, really do think you were very smart to do so, because I think Final Order Cutoff knowledge is valuable. And there are some other people that put out these videos way too late. So I think I do it in the sweet spot. Anyways, enough patting myself on the back. Thank you again all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed these videos, likes are appreciated by me, so please consider hitting the like button. And if for some reason you're catching me on my last video and you're not a subscriber, sorry that I'm, not doing these anymore. I invite you to subscribe, though. I do my Just One Book videos, and I also do my Test Your Comic Book Grading Skills videos that I like a lot, and I think they have a lot of value to them. All right. Thank you all so much one final time for watching this video. I'll see you in a different video some other time.